Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. And today I have for you a 1 vs 1 on the fields of Angoville. Yes, indeed, a most exciting fight, or at least I hope you will find it interesting. Exciting, who shall it be featuring? Well, in the northern corner, we shall be seeing Hurtmeplenty. I love it, a bit of a masochist right there. Fighting for the Americans. Yes, indeed. Fighting for the, let's just say 4th Infantry Division. Opposing him shall be Fokewulf 190, the German fighter bomber. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, yes indeed. Lovely combination though. And he is fighting for the, let's just casually imagine the 17th SS Panzergrenadiers Division Götz von Berlichingen, the ever favorite, as it was the only SS division really to fight the American. And for a longer period, the only sort of one division with any sort of arm at all to really fight the Americans, I suppose. But there we go, nice little start there. Wehrmacht quarters on the way for Hurtmeplenty. And some engineers, so I mean the usual 2 engineers start with a barracks, no 4 engineers, barracks or 4 engineers, sniper, that sort of thing. And we are seeing 3 pioneers coming out here for Fokewulf 190. And they're all heading toward the east. What could he be up to? Some sort of power spam, or could he be going for the forward barrack start? The sort of more unusual start amongst Wehrmacht players. Which will then usually mean, you get a lot of full screens. And again, I'd also quickly like to apologize for the sort of lateness of this. Been a bit of a busy day, and sadly I forgot to prepare something in advance. So my apologies, but hopefully this one should be a good game. We are seeing some engineers already getting pretty bold there for Hurtmeplenty. I love it though. He might be going straight for the fuel point, although there's some pioneers who might soon be able to do something about that. And he's in fact starting out with a Willys Jeep. He's going for a pretty bold early disruption start, using the Jeep to sort of disrupt the other pioneers who just, to defend. And it's certainly going to work quite nicely with the sort of delayed any infantry from Fokewulf, since he's gone for the forward barrack start. This is going to be pretty nasty, and there we go, already pioneers running into engineers, and the Jeep firing over with its 30 caliber Browning light machine gun. Oh dear, pioneers running into a problem, getting gunned down. Oh dear, the pioneers were lost. Another pioneer team has arrived, and it looks like more pioneers are streaming in. But that was a pretty grim blow to Fokewulf right there in the beginning. Pioneers are taking heavy losses. 1 engineer though goes down. These pioneers need to retreat. There we go. Rückzug, men, don't end up like your comrades. And there we go, engineers are forced away. The Jeep, though, still proving to be a nuisance, and it's probably going to stop those pioneers from trying to secure that fuel pump. But there we go, false grenadiers are arriving, though, at the same time as riflemen. And Hurtmeplenty, I love it, could turn this into a pretty nasty fight. And he is, I believe, rank 15, this Hurtmeplenty. I love it, this masochist of the American army. And false grenadiers do fire a few off warning shots there to scare off that Jeep. The Jeep, though, continues to push. And push that naughty Jeep. And Riflemen going straight for the forward barracks, hoping to sort of render it no more. Certainly a clever move, could easily seal the fate of Fokewulf, who's also laying down some barbed wire here. Very nice thing to note. I mean, it will essentially mean that the opponent can't sort of walk through here and then sneak about the base, not at least easily. Because if he does, he'll just run into the MG. So clever move there. More full screens arriving, though, getting into the building. And we are seeing a retreat from Hurtmeplenty. I love it. The masochist, though, beats retreat. Apparently he's not that fancying pain at all. He might be a bit of a deceptive person. But there we go. We can't all be solid German soldiers of steel. Can't always speak the truth. There we go. Barbed wire going down here to sort of protect this area. Ensure perhaps, that the Jeep can't easily move about. Not a bad idea. Will certainly also protect the forward barracks from being quickly rushed as well. And that's probably what he's trying to do. I mean, good maneuver. Although, I'm certainly one of the first guys sort of going, Feldwebel? Aren't we supposed to be on the other side as a barbed wire? Shut up, Heinz. We're also mining a bit again, sort of trying to protect this area. Good move. It's also a bit unusual to see the right-hand start with Wehrmacht, but with the forward barrack start. I don't think I've seen it before. It's probably not that uncommon, but at least in my replays and all my games, I've not seen it. Right now, charging at the full screens, Jeep moving in to support the riflemen. Heavy losses amongst the full screens. We start swiftly with assault and retreat, but more full screens are streaming in, shouting curses at the Americans and fighting their Kar-98 Kurz. Karabiner. Blasting me with a few Sturmgewehr there at single shot mode. Rifleman does spy. No, that was a false grenade, and that's poor Helmut. Going straight for the cutoff point again, which does actually mean that Hurtmeplenty, I love it. Okay, the Masochist is a bit lacking in resources. In fact, he hasn't really got much here. And again, the sort of start he actually went for might actually sort of damage his ability to really hold this point. And in fact, Fokewulf is essentially winding off, making it a bit harder to take. Clever move. My goodness, Hurtmeplenty really is playing oddly. He's only gone for one rifleman team, and is now going straight for snipers. Well, that's a bit odd, to say the least. And already begins opening up once the full scan is, while at the same time Fokewulf going straight for the bunker and an observation post. This is most peculiar play from both players. Although clearly, I mean, Fokewulf is having the larger infantry force, so he might be having the advantage, plus he's actually holding, I suppose, most of the territory. In fact, he's holding most of the high munitions points, which is definitely to his advantage, particularly now that he's got an observation post on it, so he's definitely got something naughty up his sleeve, I imagine, or at least he's planning to put something naughty up his sleeve to then use against the Americans. Pulling back for some reinforcements right near that forward barracks, and that's certainly also one point, man, he can serve, besides, the point of a forward barracks is, not to spend fuel on it, thus meaning, of course, little less in danger from harassment. Of course, it also presents with a more forward for reinforcement point, and of course more forward production point. I mean, it certainly has some advantages there as well. Of course, the disadvantage is, of course, there's a much more exposed building. Of course, if it gets decapped early on, I mean, you've just probably lost a lot of manpower right away. Snipers are now firing away at the medics. That naughty sniper of the 4th Infantry. The sniper haters. Heavy machine guns also advancing up. That's quite interesting. Of course, he might be hoping to sort of catch all of these false guns in, and that certainly could work out. I mean, lots of infantry. I mean, it makes sense to go for a heavy machine gun. There we go, moving in. Jeep awfully close as well. Rifleman advancing sniper. There we go. Heavy machine gun setting up. False guns rushing into the building. And running into a mine. Oh my goodness. Heavy losses. 4 men down. False guns stream in. Heavy machine gun in trouble. And the false guns are basically firing away as much as possible, although you won't get as much out of 10 men from this angle. I mean, one team is mostly going to do the well. Oh dear, the rifleman team bit the dust for Hurtmeplenty. I love it. That was pretty foul early on. Only has managed to secure this territory back. False guns are attacking the heavy machine gun sniper from all points, but the jeep moves in. This might prove to be a bit of a liability for the Fokewulf. Engineers moving forwards. And another sniper on the way for Hurtmeplenty. I love it. I mean, this is certainly odd, so I can certainly say this is quite fun to cast. I mean, it's not really a sort of things we usually see. And of course, then we can sort of perhaps, evaluate, is it perhaps a viable thing? And of course, why wouldn't you then do it if it's not? But we are certainly seeing some snipers. I mean, again, he's got some infantry on the field, and then of course, what does Fokewulf do? He gets some medic bunkers up to support it. I mean, that's great. In fact, looks like he has 4 false grenade teams. That's 20 false grenades all in all when they're all reinforced. It is certainly going to cost him a bit, in the race for an M8 in case his opponent goes for something like that. But at the same time, I mean, it's certainly going to give him a more solid presence at the moment. I mean, it's going to give him a lot of firing power, a lot of power to seize territory, particularly once he reaches the skirmish phase, which he's apparently not. He's going for a Kampfkraft center, but quite a bit of power. And of course, the medic bunker could of course mean grenadiers. And this, of course, the snipers keep, doing most of the killing, in which case, of course, he's going to be bleeding a bit. And there we go, veterans who want for one of the snipers. False guns being forced away there, not really courageous. See, I don't know, you might call them SS, Ersatz Panzergrenadiers. False guns again get sniped. Oh dear, the snipers are really keeping things at range. Mines going down, and Deep basically leading the way for the snipers, basically being their spotter. Sort of, target there. Kraut. And he's sweating. Oh, he's got sauerkraut on his sleeve. Shoot him. Sort of stuff like that, I suppose. But the Kampfkraft centers up. We are seeing veterancy for the Fokewulf, fighting heroically against the dreaded jeep as snipers are encroaching from the north. And getting sniped, which of course means the medics can't really do much. Damn it, Kurt. I'm a doctor, not Jesus. Something like that, I suppose. I mean, seeing they can't resurrect him. Well, they're basically a medic. Anyhow, we are seeing false guns getting reinforced, getting ready to push forward again. Heavy machine gun setting up then. Good barbed wiring again. I mean, we're seeing some very interesting wiring there. Again, sort of limiting the areas of movement his opponent can make when attacking him. And again, that's partly what you do. Use barbed wire for, make it harder for the opponent to move about. Make it harder for him to flank you. So good move there by Fokewulf. Advancing out against some engineers. Heavy machine gun, they could be firing away from this building. Snipers do open up, causing quite a bit of terror amongst the Fokewulf. I mean, of course, if, Fokewulf decides to charge ahead, I mean, he could do it quite simply, go blitzkrieg. He certainly has the munitions. No, he's going for a Goliath. It's a Goliath, apparently. Quite interesting. Hitting some mines, though. Good mining there by Hurtmeplenty. But, I mean, go for assault, get some blitzkrieg grenades, charge that one, and then storm straight at the snipers. I mean, that could work. And the Goliath went off, and somehow the Jeep managed it. And there we go, folks, going to tank just for a flank about, but they're running into a problem here, machine gun firing away, and snipers. Other folks are charging in, and we are seeing assault. We are, in fact, seeing him going for what I suggested. Assaulting, grenading, but they are a bit exposed. One machine gunner down, other folks charging in, snipers a bit wounded, a bit stunned. The shock of the grenades being a bit too much for them, folks, against assaulting. And note, if they assault, I do believe they actually ignore suppression, so that's a little detail there. Jeep in a bit of trouble. No Panzerfaust. Pioneers cut down by the engineers. Volksgrenadiers continue the charge for the Fatherland. And we are seeing a motor pull up. We are seeing a Greyhound out. And we are seeing it's time to go look at Fokewulf. Of course, has gone Blitzkrieg. The Krieg des Blitz. And his Volksgrenadiers are now Blitz retreating. Well, not really, but it sounds a bit cool or fancy. But again, I mean, lots of, harassment from Fokewulf. I mean, that's certainly a good move. Cutting off all the vital points. Although, again, I mean, clearly Hurtmeplenty, I love it, is also trying to do the same. So that's certainly not all off. In fact, engineers are sneaking in because there's no troops to man the front lines. We are seeing a Sturm Army going up for Fokewulf. We also note that only one wounded so far has made it back to the medic bunker. That's certainly not really a good rate of survival amongst the wounded, amongst the casualties, before they made killed casualties. And of course, we're now seeing infantry assault teams getting ready. Could this mean that Fokewulf might be going for the sort of thing that some players like this do? Go for stormtroopers, get some Panzergrenadiers on them, and then have them do all the anti-tank work. Not that I'm the hugest fan of that. But you can't stop people from, doing that if they want to. But more experienced SS Panzergrenadiers, veterans, perhaps of the Eastern Front, sent off, to sort of act like the skeleton of the division once it's being put together, which was essentially a normal tactic of the Wehrmacht or strategy. I mean, if they were to put together a new division or refit one, I mean, they'd usually sort of gather a skeleton of already veteran NCOs and officers, and then sort of build the division on top of that. It was only in the sort of later stages of the war that even became a problem, but I mean, there you go. I mean, it also applied to the SS divisions, in which case they'd usually get officers and such from some of the other SS divisions, typically the 1st, the 2nd, and probably the 3rd as well. For example, the Hitlerjugend got its NCOs and officers from the Leibstandarte. And there goes Stormtroopers on the way to the Panzergrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers getting shot at. And Volksgrenadiers going in for the cutoff point. They're sneaking about there. Lots of mines from Hurtmeplenty, the masochist. Also being a bit of a sadist. Running into some M8 problems. Volksgrenadiers a bit out in the open, and we are seeing another full retreat from Fokewulf. He seems a bit unsure, a bit cautious. Armoured car on the way. And without the munitions, we're probably not going to see a Puma, which I might actually think would be the best move against, this armoured car. Get a Puma and hunt it. That damn little armoured car down, rather than trying to rely on stormtroopers sneaking around. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Of course, get some veterancy for the armoured car, so it, will do better. Plus, that way you can actually call it a Puma rather than the heavy armoured car. We are seeing some mines going down there. Lovely, lovely. Although he needs that fuel point left as the Americans are going for the west. I mean, we've seen quite the comeback from Hurtmeplenty. I love it. I mean, he's really been able to push against Fokewulf using that armoured car. In particular, the sniper sort of held him at bay, but now really with the armoured car, he's really giving Fokewulf a headache, because Fokewulf doesn't quite have the proper response to it. He doesn't really have anything that can really take the fight to it. He has something that can basically sort of hope he can sneak up and then go, surprise, we are going to unpimp your ride, and then knock it off. And again, yes, this sort of Wehrmacht troops, when they are equipped with a Panzer, occasionally say, ha ha ha, we've got a Panzergrenadier, time to unpimp the ride. which I have no idea why Relic added that line, but it's certainly cool. And again, really, I mean, the dialogue, the sort of quotes the units come with are absolutely amazing. I again particularly rather like the Wehrmacht, the Panzergrenadiers, and again the stormtroopers and the officer. They have the same voice actor, but again, really great stuff. Like for example here, we are heavy infantry and we are ready. Lovely. I hope they bring back that one. Oh, bugger me! A Greyhound mine again. Greyhound mine quite powerful, knocking out an entire Volksgrenadier team. Didn't quite work out. Lots of dead men. Even a few wounded, but I don't think the medics were swift enough. Oh wait, there's one. And there we go. The medic to the rescue. He can actually act like a medic. Anti-tank gun also moving up for Hurtmeplenty. Another armored car moving up. No, that's the second one. And looks like though, it looks like Hurtmeplenty is actually being a bit clever. He's not going straight for this sort of the jaws of the Wehrmacht. He's actually sort of going for the belly, this more soft underbelly. There's certainly a nice weak spot here, and of course that could really do some damage if he decides to attack through there, rather than, you know, here where there might be more expectant resources. While of course also most of Fokewulf's efforts are sort of focused up here and taking points there. So I mean, it's a good idea. I mean, it's nice to see, you know, one going for something else. M8 moving in, flanking about here. Oh, cheeky. He's actually laying down a mine right here, of course, at where Fokewulf's units, support units will arrive, you know, at the calling units like the infantry assault team, like a Sturmhaubitze, and the, hang on a minute, and the Tiger in case that comes. I mean, that's really naughty. An armored car charging right in, perhaps hoping, of course, to do a bit of reconnaissance spot, you know, what's going on, and Hurtmeplenty. I love its space. Is he getting tanks? What is he getting? Apparently nothing. In the meanwhile, of course, Hurtmeplenty is attacking the base. He's knocking out the bunkers with his anti-tank gun while sending in his Greyhound to deal with the armored cars, which is going to be a bit of a problem for them. Because again, Fokewulf has neglected to upgrade his armored cars. He's not gotten a Puma, which again strikes me as a bit unfortunate. Nebel therefore on the way for Fokewulf to support his troops in the fight. And he's actually hoping to lure in the M8 into the waiting grasp of the stormtroopers, but apparently decides against it. Oh dear, the mine went off. Heavy damage to the armored car. Anti-tank are now opening up on the Sturm Armory. Volksgrenadiers moving in, medics moving in to pick up some wounded pioneers. Not looking good at all. And the stormtroopers dodged the mine. That was a bit fortunate, to put it mildly. Will the attack be initiated? And the Puma, of course, unable to defend itself. And there we go. Anti-tank gun under assault from the mighty forces of Fokewulf. One Volksgrenadier team has already bit the dust. Stormtroopers taking heavy losses to sniper fire, getting some assault rifles for Sturmgewehr. That is nice to see. Instead, though, the Volksgrenadiers will have to do the charge. M8 moving in. Will we be seeing some Panzerfausts? No, just having to get off that anti-tank gun. Engineers forced away. Volksgrenadiers still continues to suffer losses. Armored car to the rescue. Except they can't stop the armored car of the Americans. In fact, a second one has arrived. And stormtroopers hit a mine, taking heavy losses. Volksgrenadiers are not doing well. Another Volksgrenadier team bites the dust. This is looking pretty grim for Fokewulf. The American commander really able to do quite a bit of damage with simple mines, and of course those Greyhounds, which again Fokewulf seems to have a bit of problem sort of formulating a response to. And again, the stormtroopers sort of sneaking about aren't really necessarily the one that's going to help him the most. At least in my opinion. Nebel for howling away, getting ready to blast the Americans' lines. Mines going off, although we have seen more mines. Some of them could be Greyhound mines, some of them could be irregular. Once more the Wehrmacht gets ready to push, and some grenadiers have finally been reformed. Some more regular Panzergrenadiers. Again, the sort of mix of skill in the 17th was a bit, again, mixed. They didn't actually have a lot of time to get trained. Some of them only had a few months, some less, in fact. So, of course, while they might have some training in the sort of training divisions or units to sort of put them together first, I mean, they wouldn't get really have gotten sort of together with the rest of the troops and certainly wouldn't have been able to really get some experience from the war veteran NCOs and officers that probably would have been there. Found little details on that. Stormtroopers leading here. Assault anti-tank gun though is ready to be seized by some Fokewulf. And we are seeing now a Wehrmacht quarters going out for Fokewulf. He might be hoping to get some sort of sniper, perhaps a counter sniper. Get those damn Yankee snipers. Certainly a possibility. I mean, it's been rather interesting to note. Although again now Fokewulf is pushing hard. Getting minesweeper pioneers as well. Good. American moving through in the east. And the armoured car once more on the move. Vorwärts. Vorwärts, meine. And again, no attempt at really upgrading it. Again, I'm not quite a fan of that. Stormtroopers quickly being rushed towards the east to stop the armoured car with their mighty Panzerschreck. Mine hit. That's only going to be a problem for that M8. It's caught out in the open. It's actually time to go have a look at him. And actually have a time for the mid-game analysis. He's actually gone airborne. Quite interesting. He's got airborne infantry. He's calling in anti-tank guns now. He's got reconnaissance runs, which will probably help him against counter-snipes, if that is indeed what Fokewulf might be hoping for. But again, I can watch the situation. I mean, currently the American is sort of getting the overhand. The snipers really having caused a lot of trouble for Fokewulf, but the armoured cars even more. And again, the sort of lack of a more direct response to the armoured cars has really been causing Fokewulf a lot of grief. Plus the mines, of course, the mines have also been obviously a pain in the arse. I mean, really, I think what Fokewulf might do, you know, is get something a bit more solid to deal with the armoured cars, except these chaps with 2 Panzergrenadiers, which is also sort of bit putting like all of your eggs in one basket, which of course can get knocked out. Again, upgrading the armoured car to a Puma would be my suggestion, or getting a Sturmgeschütz and sort of dealing with it that way. Of course, he also needs to sort of break out again, sort of force the Americans to spread out, because I mean, that's really the major weakness of the American. He doesn't have any infantry. I mean, he's mostly relying on either support units or vehicles. And not vehicles who can really do a sort of frontline job if he meets them with the proper weapon, like again, a Puma or a Stug. So I mean, right there's certainly some possibilities that Fokewulf could be using. Could of course also recruit the anti-tank gun and use that against the Americans again to support something like that. On the other hand, I mean, for our American friend Hurtmeplenty, I love it. He needs infantry, he needs a medic station, and he needs to keep pushing and keep up the pressure. Basically, I mean, he might also, and he does in fact have a tank depot, so like saying us German would also be a pretty damn good idea. Let's return to the fight. Stormtroopers pushing forward, and they do manage to knock out the armoured car, but not before they are rather viciously sniped. Naval fire raking their sheds. But this naval rifle actually does manage to hit a lot.
We're trying a lot of fire here. AT squad under fire.
A bit unfortunate. In the meanwhile, the Stormtroopers and Grenadiers continue completely unopposed. They do secure that anti-tank gun. No, they don't. They ignore it and move onwards. Medic's getting sniped again. And that medic and that wounded Fokewulf is basically going, Scheiße. Die Sanis haben been getötet. Or basically the medics have been killed, and he's sort of like, oh dear. Medics being sniper being hunted down, taking up position there. Veteran 2, in fact, Veteran 1. Stormtroopers sneaking up, hoping to perhaps lob a grenade or catch those snipers. Other Stormtroopers getting hit by the anti-tank gun actually. And what could happen? Oh dear, one of the Stormtroopers actually got uncloaked. He decided to fire a bit fast, I think. Moving into rear attack from the rear, and we are seeing snipers, Veteran 2 both now. Anti-tank to the door, and the snipers are forced away. Will the Stormtroopers aim to kill them? Oh, looks like he got away, and the heavy machine gun opens up, forcing the Stormtroopers away. More moving in, armor car dueling with the armor car, Panzergrenadiers shots flying. But again, they can't hit, they're not really meant for long-range fighting. That's sort of a problem for the Panzergrenadiers. And the Sherman has arrived, and again, Fokewulf is lacking in a sort of solid response. He has no anti-tank guns, and he only has those stormtroopers with the Panzergrenadiers who need reinforcement. And now we are seeing airborne dropping in, finally getting some replacement infantry after so long, although a bit, of course, the more expensive ones in terms of infantry.
We can airdrop resources now.
Where are they? Oh, they dropped over here. And the Fokewulf Grenadiers secure the anti-tank gun, renaming it the Panzerabwehrkanone something something. I wouldn't actually know what they call it. They had some sort of system.
Infantry squad lost.
But it obviously would have been called a pack then. Airborne coming out of 5 Panzergrenadiers. And a 50 caliber on the way for the Sherman. Good to see, good to see. Snipers moving towards the west. Anti-tank moving towards the east to provide support there.
MG gunner up and firing.
And a Goliath right in the middle of everything, trying to cloak. And again, anti-tank are not really there to provide support. Snipers again doing their worst to the Germans. And the Jeep hits a mine. It finally hits a mine. The Stormtroopers once more managed to get uncloaked somehow. Panzergrenadiers flying. Oh dear, don't be too close to the Goliath, mate. Anti-tank gun firing away. Snipers though moving in. And he didn't move the Goliath. He did move the Goliath to actually hit the Sherman. That was a bit unfortunate. Of course, there's another anti-tank gun he could recruit. Oh dear, the other one got cleared up by the snipers. Quite horrific.
The Axis are capturing a sector.
All a bit quiet at the moment. Fokewulf taking a bit, speeding up a bit just to sort of get things moving. While they sorted out what the bloody hell wants to do. And the assault moves in once more. Snipers, Shermans.
One of our snipers is enemy unit.
And looks like a sniper actually went down. He got killed by Fokewulf. Fokewulf had a sniper. He of course didn't literally get killed by Fokewulf. It's not like Fokewulf entered the game and then personally took vengeance. Take that, you verdammte sniper. No, probably not. Another M Sherman ready. Still no Sturmgeschütz. Armored car went down. He does have the no, he doesn't have the anti-tank guns as well.
Ready.
Mines damaging the Sherman. Doing quite a bit of damage, but of course there's nothing to really deliver the knockout blow. This is only going to cause a bit of a problem for Mr. Fokewulf, as Hurtmeplenty and the 4th Infantry Division certainly gets a bit more aggressive. Stormtroopers though taking heavy losses again.
Back at full fighting strength. That should get you back in the
But we are now seeing a Panzer Command for Fokewulf apparently calling upon some armored assets from the 2nd Panzer Division. Currently not having access to its own Sturmgeschütz from its own Panzerabteilung. Engineers marching ahead. Sniper does read himself a bit foolhardy, I think. When you know there are 2 around and you don't know when the second one is. And another sniper in fact on the way. Airborne moving towards the north, getting recordless rifles. The folks going to seem a bit unsure what to do right there. It looks like the Goliath is on the move. Oh dear, what shall he do? What shall he do? Panzergrenadiers flying. Oh dear, Goliath too close to the Pioneers. Oh no, what can happen? What will happen? Goliath somehow managed to dodge it, going straight for the aim 8. And it blows it up into tiny little bits. And I'm sure the driver's last minutes was, what the bloody hell is that? Before he went in a smoke of flak. Well, he didn't say it with a British accent, but you know. I hope you get the idea. Volkswagen is taking heavy losses to, in fact, the machine guns. I mean, the 50 caliber again on this German is pretty damn good. Main gun damaged, in fact, destroyed. Stormtroopers again taking quite a bit of damage, not quite able to get the Sherman's virtually free on that sniper, allowing him to run while cloaked. That's going to make him really hard to capture. And there we go, another Grenadier team ready. And the Panzer Command is ready. You might be seeing some Panzers. And another strafing run. Nebelwerfer. The heavy losses amongst the Grenadiers need to get away. Their veterancy too. They're easy targets for the snipers. Heavy damage to the medic bunker from a satchel charge. Snipers getting Nebelwerft. Bit of a charge also went up. But the medic bunker is still up, although I'm pretty sure the ones in it are probably not quite as happy, and that's a good thing.
We have a strike wing ready for action.
Strafing run has prepared, going to make things a bit more nightmarish for Fokewulf, particularly with his infantry, but again he still does have the infantry advantage against Hurtmeplenty a lot, but he basically just needs to be able to leverage it. Again, the Shermans and the Greyhounds in his flank are really a proper response, making it a bit hard for him, but again now with the Panzer IV with veterans he probably might be able to do it. Oh, the Volkswagen is taking heavy losses in the west. Need to get out of there, get them out of here, Fokewulf. Think of the men.
Forward supply lines. Enemy unit down.
Enemy infantry down. Welcome to France.
But no such thing. Hurtmeplenty, I love it. Sherman taking care of that. And another reconnaissance run. I mean, he's probably sort of trying to guess where is his opponent's attack coming from. That's pretty much why he uses it so often. He's trying to sort of spot where is my opponent, what is he doing, and with what is he doing it. I mean, it's a pretty good idea. I mean, to sort of try and get an idea of what your opponent's doing. Sounded quite nice. Plus, of course, also figure out where the sniper might be. But now the assault moves in, Panzer 6 and a Panzer IV. Sherman is a bit of trouble, particularly since it's not been upgraded. But he's actually getting the increased guns now. Strafing run sorts out the Grenadiers, at least pins them down, killing a few. Panzer IV does not follow the Sherman, but the second one has actually arrived. And could be taking quite a bit of damage. There we go. Panzer 6 flying through the air. Oh dear, the Sherman just is somehow managing to survive all those shots. But no more, the Sherman is down. American Panzer is kaput. Panzer IV leads the charge. Anti-tank gun though drops in, providing a bit of anti-tank backbone for Hurtmeplenty. I love it.
57 crew ready for orders.
And there we go. And graded gun. That's only going to help against those damn crap Panzers. And more Panzers could be on the way for Fokewulf. Although this one is only going to need some upgrades. Another strafing run. Right here, of course, he could do quite a bit of damage with the strafing run if he so decided. Apparently he decides against it.
Krauts are grabbing our territory.
More Nebelwerfer fire. Firing wildly into the sky. Panzer IV, though, not getting repaired. Grenadiers and Stormtroopers, though, getting reinforced. And 2 quick shots, and 2 Grenadiers are down. Compelling the rest to get the bloody hell out of there. But again, there's a distinct lack of infantry on Hurtmeplenty. I love it. He's again lacking this sort of ability to really push forward. Pioneers getting sorted out. Stormtroopers sneaking up, but getting caught out in the open. Coming under heavy fire. Medic station actually going up for Hurtmeplenty. I love it. At this stage of the fight. A bit interesting. Panzer IV getting repaired. Oh, it's actually time to have a look at Fokewulf. Who's soon be able to call in the Tiger. Fancy. That's only going to be quite the shock to Hurtmeplenty. I love it if used properly. And Grenadiers on a heavy fire from the Sherman, trying to get it with a Panzerschreck. Not quite having any luck with it. And the Grenadiers and Stormtroopers over in the west seem to be a bit forgotten, not doing anything, not taking points. Well, basically anything. That seems a bit of a miss. And Hurtmeplenty, I love it, does really like to do his reconnaissance on the opponent, which is nice to see. Good to keep tab on your enemy, what he's doing, why he's doing and all that. Goliath charges forward, hoping to catch some snipers or something, I don't know. Instead gets blown up. Wasn't probably quite what he had intended to happen. And a duel between the Panzer IV and the Sherman. The Sherman would probably have the advantage now that it's been upgraded. Since I have its easier time penetrating the frontal armor of the Panzer IV, then the Panzer IV would have penetrating the frontal armor of the Sherman. Tiger tank has arrived. And a fight breaks out here in the west. Airborne have been called in by running into a block of problems with Grenadiers and Stormtroopers. Sherman charges in though. And a strafing run. Oh, no, it's a reconnaissance run. Where is the Tiger? What is it doing? And Grenadiers getting sniped. Heads down, you idiot. Basically, we hear shouted from one of the Grenadiers. It looks like the Tiger is deciding to pull towards the west. Might be an idea to get more veterancy for it as soon as possible.
The enemy advances.
And another reconnaissance run. Oh dear, revealing in the Stormtroopers. Didn't quite work out. Tiger moves in closely. Slowly. Catches the Sherman. Even kills one engineer standing by repairing it. But anti-tank guns are getting ready. With armor-piercing rounds, I wager. Tiger's in fact taking quite a bit of damage from the anti-tank gun. It needs to consider getting the bloody hell out of there. Bloody hell, I do mean bloody hell. Airborne sneaking in. Sherman is down, but again the anti-tank gun seems doing too much damage. Why he sent in that Tiger unsupported is completely beyond me. No Grenadiers, no Panzer IV, no anything. Seems quite daft. And now recoilless rifle fire. Engine is damaged. And they actually managed to destroy the engine. Strafing run moves in, dealing with the Grenadiers and Stormtroopers moving in to support. And lopping a satchel charge beneath the Tiger. A bit of an overkill, but it certainly gets the job done out of control. Medic station is down. Barracks is down. Although it never really managed to get used. It basically only made a jeep and a rifle team. Seems a bit of a waste.
You're ready to close with the enemy.
The objective is on Sierra.
Quite the loss from Fokewulf right there, losing his Tiger in such short time without doing much. And sure enough, we're also seeing an observation post there, so there's actually observation posts on both sides. Again, a reconnaissance run. Again, he's really loving having an idea what his opponent's doing. Certainly not recommend against it. Just, you know, fun to comment because again, I mean, you rarely don't see an opponent use reconnaissance runs that much. So constantly keeping tabs on his opponent.
Pioneers here.
Airborne running into a bit of problem, running into some snipers. And the Panzer IV also mines, but they're getting cleared out by Hurtmeplenty's minesweeper engineers. And a reconnaissance run reveals the Goliath. Anti-tank gun sorts that out. Nebula provides fire support. No veterancy for that though. We do also see Blitzkrieg. He could be using that with the Panzer IV, I suppose. He has the munitions. Fokewulf calling upon another Panzer IV from the 2nd Panzer Division. Stormtroopers taking heavy losses to snipers. Let's just speed this up a bit. And the Grenadiers on the move. Apparently all Volkswagen is in fact dead and are now replaced either with Propagandacast or Stormtroopers. Oh dear, more losses amongst the Grenadiers. My apologies, Stormtroopers are ambushing the snipers. Oh dear, not sure what happened there. And we're in fact seeing an assault from the Stormtroopers, lobbing as many grenades as possible, forcing the airborne away. And in fact, pretty much looks like the jig is up for the 4th Infantry Division, despite support from the airborne and Shermans. Their lack of infantry simply was too acute and simply gave them problems really pushing through. Too much emphasis on snipers. In fact, getting another one, not enough of infantry to really take ground and fight. Oh dear, he's actually uncloaking the snipers, allowing the Stormtroopers to get off a good ambush, except they blow up the Sherman instead, with what remained of the Sherman. Barely any points left for an American friend. Last infantry unit, the airborne, moving in with support from the snipers. Reconnaissance run. Fun to watch that from below. And a Goliath. Oh dear, Goliath combined with the Panzer IV pretty much knocks out the entire airborne team. Let's just speed these last seconds up. And there we go. I mean, what can we learn from this? I mean, the major problem really from the American though was a lack of infantry. He didn't really have anything to really follow up. He didn't have anything for the snipers to support. I mean, again, do not rely on support units. You need main combat line units. You need infantry, riflemen, or more airborne, or more rangers, or whatever. But do not rely solely on engineers and snipers, which was rather the main problem for Hurtmeplenty. I love it. Too much support, not enough infantry. On the other hand, I mean, I'm pretty sure Fokewulf could have done this a lot earlier had he bothered with either upgrading his armored cars or getting a Stug. He didn't. He relied simply too long on one team of Stormtroopers with dual Panzergrenadiers. That's not really good in the long run. So, I mean, there you go. And of course, also sending in a tank on down, so unsupported, bad idea. But I mean, nice use of why nice use of the 4 barracks, and of course, good job with a medic bunker. But there you go. I do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell a friend? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.